Hi honeys, my name is Michelle Eskelin. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about organizing bills and all the paperwork that comes with bills. If you're tired of having stacks like this lying around your house, I'm here to help. For the sake of this video, I let my papers accumulate just to get my point across. Sorry, that was my cat. I'm tired of having these kind of stacks all over the place. One way to get rid of all of those envelopes is to go onto every website that each of your bills has and sign up for paperless billing. They will send you an email each month, and that way you're not getting all these envelopes. Unless you still pay your bills with paper checks and maybe you want the return envelope, then I guess you could leave it that way. There's a couple bills I have where it is like that, and I do still get paper bills with those, but the rest of them I just get an email. I have a Gmail account. In there you can create different folders, and I've got one that says bills, and then I have another one that says receipts. So what I do when I get the bill in the mail, I put it on my calendar. I'll show you the calendar down here. Whether it's physically in the mail or in my email box, I write down the amount and the due date and what bill it is. And then if it's an email, I put it in the bill box. Then when I pay any of my bills, when they send the receipt email to me, the confirmation email, then I put that in the receipt box. And that way I have proof of everything. I used to keep a paper copy of every bill I got every month. And my accountant has now changed the game, with it being the year 2019 and everything being computerized. I can go on each of the websites for each of my bills and do a payment history. They always have a payment history screen somewhere. If you get that payment history, you could do a screenshot of it. I just send that to her, and to her, that's all the receipts she needs for the IRS to prove that I did pay that bill with my business account. That's a little bit of a tip for you guys if you do have your own business, or if you have a YouTube business that you're going to be starting. Another thing I do is I pick a day of the week. For me, it's Friday. Every Friday, I sit down, I make sure all of this is gone. On Fridays, I will go through all of my envelopes, scan what I need to scan, keep what I need to keep, write everything down, throw everything out. So I don't have a lot of paper clutter. The only paper clutter I really have, now that we're moving and we're going through our storage unit, there's a lot of boxes of bills from 2004 that I'm coming across, that kind of crap. As far as anything recent, I don't have a lot of paper. So every Friday I go through all the emails, all the paper bills, everything that hasn't been attended to, that needs to, if payment arrangements need to be set up, or I need to make a call on a certain bill or whatever. I do it all on Friday. And then on Friday I also pay all the bills for that upcoming week, and that way I'm never late on bills. For example, this Friday, everything due between Friday and next Thursday, I will be paying this Friday. And that way everything's always paid. I kind of like doing it that way. I do pay most of my bills online now. I don't pay very many with a paper check. When I'm going through my bills, whether it be online or with the mail, I just write it all down. So, for example, let's say that we owe cable, let's say it's $100, and next to that, now this is just me because of owning the business, but I'll do a little thing like this for personal. I don't know, that's just the symbol I use. And then let's say on the 7th, I owe internet, which technically for me are bundled, but let's just say, and that's $30 a month. So then I'll put a B for business, and this is for personal. So that's how I keep track of it. When I do get around to paying it, on this Friday is when I would pay this one, I'll put 5 31 OL, which is online, $100, and then I'll put the confirmation number here. And then now that I've paid it, I'll put an X here, so that way when I'm going through things just very quickly, I see that they've been paid. So then if I have another thing due on the same day, I just skip one line and then put the next one below it. Okay, so it's as easy as that. I just write everything on here. I look at it every Friday and pay everything through the next Thursday. On the 7th of June, I would have paid every bill due from here through here, and so on and so forth. Now let's say for a minute that I had to talk to somebody for whatever reason. These brackets up, these little boxes up here that don't have a day on them, I'll put that up here. So I'll say something like 6-7 Sesame Street. Spoke with SW Big Bird. Agreed on $20 a month starting 6/21. Confirmation number, blah, 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 blah. And that way, if I ever go back, because I've had this happen a lot in my life, I'll agree with somebody with something over the phone, and you call back later and you say, I was told this was fine. They'll say, well, who did you talk to and when? Do you have a confirmation number? And that's usually when I realize that I'm in deep doo-doo because I don't have any of that. Now I always do. And this really helps talking to anyone on the phone about different bills, and they'll ask about different payment histories or different things. I can just go to these and immediately have all the answers that I need in one spot about what was paid, when it was paid, how it was paid, so on and so forth. When each month is over, I take my sheet with all the stuff written on it, I fold it in half, I punch some holes in it, and then I've got my bill binder. In my bill binder, when you open it, you will normally see over here an expense sheet, and it's got a list of what my monthly expenses usually are. Then I have all kinds of dividers. So I've got history, and in there, that's where all the different months are stored. So if somebody calls and says, you didn't pay me in January, I can go in here and say, actually, I did. Then I've got health insurance stuff. I've got different bills. It's just 1 or 2 pages from each bill. It'll just be one bill with all the information on it from when it was still a paper bill, so that I do know what number to call and the account number and all that fun stuff. And then with other stuff, for example, car insurance, that's a good one. If I go to that, it's not even a bill that I have in here. It's a copy of our policy. I just keep it in the binder. If you have any questions for me about how I organize my bills, if there's anything I forgot to mention, let me know. If there's anything else you want to see on this subject, let me know. If you want to know how to do paperwork for a business, let me know. I have definitely found it's much easier to remember what bills to pay and when using this system. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate getting a little bit of your time. Or no. Huh? I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now, you guys. Thank you. If you haven't yet, please give me a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I like to know if people are actually watching, and if they are, that they're enjoying what they're watching. I need a few cheerleaders in my life. And also, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but down below, right about here, I think, there is, or maybe it's over here. Am I backwards? I don't know. Somewhere, there's a little bell you can click on. If you really like watching these videos right when they come out, click on that bell and you will get notified every time I post a new video. So you don't have to keep coming on YouTube to see if there's anything new on there. It'll send you a little message and let you know. So I definitely appreciate being able to do that with my favorite YouTubers. Have a great day. Stay organized. This is my typical workday at home. This is what it looks like. You know, yes, it's wonderful being able to wear shorts and stuff like that to work and be barefoot. And it's nice to be able to be around my pets. But then we have stuff like this. Mr. Martin Stanley over here. That's his middle name, is Stanley. He gets on my desk and he will not get off. And I don't know what to do. It's so hard to work because he's always on here. Martin, you want to get down or no? And he's just adamant that he has to be up here. If I'm editing videos, he's up here watching the video. Right now I'm doing my day job, and it's so hard to get paperwork done. Because he doesn't want to get down. I just thought you guys might get a kick out of seeing what it's really like working from home. Right, Martin? You gonna say hello? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you?